wind, more of a wind that causes a little more turning. We have what we call a bow echo here moving through, and on that north side, when you get a big punch of wind coming in with this, you get a little area of spin sometimes on the north side, and you have this same area on the south side. Well, the south side didn't do anything, but what's going on the north side, this is kind of a classic, what we call a bookend vortex, and it's an area of spin that will sometimes come out of this area, this bow echo here on that north side. So the area of spin now is going to be 1 or 2 miles southwest of Woodward, coming into Woodward right now, just on the west side of town. All right, so the tornado warning continues. The tornado threat is going to be east of Tangier. It's going to be north of Sharon, but I want to point out, you folks in Sharon, back to in Woodward, all the way from Sharon to the north, winds in here are going to be 50 to 60 miles per hour, and there could be some gusts higher than 70, especially right in here, east of Keenan and west of Sharon. You folks in Sharon, prepare for winds 60 to 70, okay? But Woodward area of spin now is going to be on 412, just west of town, and then to the south sides of town. So the area of circulation is going to go at least pretty much right on top of Woodward, and then on the south sides of town, absolutely. But see the area of spin where we had the red and the blue right there? That's when it ramped up, and we were definitely watching it. But it wasn't crazy strong, but it was just strong enough. Okay, so once again, tornado warning for you folks in Woodward. Circulation is right where my finger is. Let's go back to shear rate, Cassie.
And David, just so you know, they went ahead and the tornado warning has been canceled, as you said. Yeah. It's weakened significantly since when it was first issued.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's what we're talking about. It ramped up for like 3 minutes. I mean, it really did. It was almost like as it was ramping up, it peaked and then it ramped back down. And even when it peaked, it definitely wasn't off the chart. So once again, look at our shear rate product. Look where it was ramped up, and now look how it's just going away. So the area of spin is now weakening. The meso is going to go right over Woodward. You're still going to get damaging winds. Could easily see winds 60 to 70. So good news with that. Look at it now. Look at our shear rate product. Again, this is live.
David, just about 10 minutes ago, in Dewey County, so 4 miles west-northwest of Camargo, they did have a wind gust of 72. So this line is producing over 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. You know, 60, 70, and you might even get a gust close to 80. It may not be a very big area, but you might get a gust in there close to 80. So the area of spin has weakened coming into Woodward, but you folks in Woodward are going to get hammered with wind. And let's go to velocity one more time, and let's make sure that area, the mesocyclone is going right over Woodward now, but it's no longer a tornado threat. Okay, that tornado threat was well back to your west, and again, it lasted about 5 minutes, and that was it. So the tornado threat's decreased. Now it's mainly just where we were earlier. It's a wind threat to 70 miles per hour. Might have some gusts close to 80. Running from Woodward back down to Sharon, back down to Viside. That's going to Mutual. That's going to Winoka. That's going to Bouse Junction, and that's going to Cedardale. Okay, let's put reflectivity on and see what that looks like. So the straight line winds are now going to be pushing into Woodward right now, down to Sharon, down to Viside. Okay, let's back out just a little bit here, Cassie. Let's talk about how the line is severe all the way down to west of Leedy, down to Cheyenne. That's where Brandon is. And the line now coming into Eric is severe. You folks in Eric, prepare for severe weather. Winds 70+ miles per hour there. You'll see gusts in between that, 50 to 60 or lower than that, right? But upwards of 70 to 75 miles per hour. And a pretty stout storm now coming out of Wheeler. And that's going to be coming into Eric. So Eric, Elk City, Clinton, Custer City, Putnam, Tologa, just get ready. Get ready for that. And Cass, if we can, go ahead and back out of this just a second. And then go ahead and get a storm track. You can either do it on this or do it on 4, whatever you want to do. And let's just keep bringing this thing basically due east now. And don't worry about the top part of the line. Start here, take it south, and move it due east at 25. Let's see what we end up here. So again, it's moving pretty much due east. And we'll get the speed adjusted here. It's moving at about 25 miles per hour right now. We'll get the speed adjusted here and show you some of the time. And this will eventually make it into Oklahoma City. It's going to be weakening by the time it gets here, but keep that in mind. Okay, so western Oklahoma, we're looking at Camargo 908, Alva 924, Hammond 932. Let's see, Elk City 951. For you folks in Elk City, Sayre, you're going to be getting there at about 9. What time is it now? 9:07. Sayre is going to be, Cassie, drop that a little further south. Just take your extension further south. So we go back out to the border here. Just make your length stronger. Let's look at Putnam and 10:05. And we have Sayre now. What time's Sayre? We'll have to adjust it. But Burns Flat, 10:28. Helena, 10:34. Canton at about 10:38. And there's El Reno at about 1 o'clock in the morning right now. And this would be with this entire line. Once again, moving east. So again, no tornado warning. We had that 5-minute window in there where it spun up. It's now moving over Woodward. You folks in Woodward, winds 60 to 70 miles per hour, damaging winds running from Woodward back down to Visay, back down to Cheyenne, moving east at 25 miles per hour. Folks, we're here to tracking it. Stay on News 9. We'll keep you advised.